Dear student, a warm welcome to English language class, session 11. Today's lesson is on tenses. This is a basic English language lesson. You have learned it in all classes, but it is important to refresh your memory so that you gain a better understanding of the usage of each type of tense. You know that the word tense is, in parts of speech, it is noun. The concept of tense is used to indicate the time of action, that is, whether the action happened in the past or in the present or in the future. You know that the action word is verb. By looking at the verb, you know what tense the sentence is in. There are three main verb tenses in English: past, present, and future. You know that all actions that happened in the past time, we use past tense. All that is happening in the present, we use present tense. And all we expect to happen in the future, we use future tense. Each tense has four aspects. English language learners should know 12 major verb tenses. Tenses tell you when something happens. And remember, if you get the tense wrong in a sentence, it will lead the reader to confusion and misunderstanding. And it is not difficult to learn the usage of tenses, the usage of correct tenses. If you know the simple rules and form of each tenses become handy to you. Now let us see. Present tense. Present tense is divided into four. They are simple present, continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Past tense, past simple, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Future tense, future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Sorry. Now, let us see the usage of each aspect of present tense in the beginning. First is present simple. You know that the form of present simple is subject plus verb. Verb means V1. Okay, the base form of the verb. See children, I'll be using this V1, V2, V3, V4 in these slides. V1 means present tense. That is the first form of a verb. Second form, that is V2, is past form, and V3 is past participle, and V4 is present participle. See, for example, go. Go is the verb. Go is in present tense, it is V1. Past tense, went, V2. Past participle, gone, V3. Going, that is ing form, is V4, present participle. Now, let us see when we use simple present tense. Usually we use simple present tense when we refer to habitual action or routine. See, look at the example, first and second example. I visit my grandparents every Sunday. So it is my habit to visit my grandparents every Sunday. So we use simple present tense here. I visit. I is, with I we use the plain form of the verb. With I, you, and all the plural forms, we use the plain form of the verb. Understand it. That is, we don't add s or es with that. If it is she visits, we add s to it because she is singular. All right. Now look at the second example. We go for a tour during the vacations. So it is our habit or it is our routine. Every vacations we go for a tour. We don't write we goes. Then subject doesn't agree with the verb, or the verb doesn't agree with the subject if we write like that. Next, when we refer to facts, the cat cleans his body by licking. The cat is singular, that is why we have added s to clean. Then next one, the sunflower follows the movement of the sun. Sunflower is singular, and so we have added s to follow. Haven't you heard the song? Like a sunflower that follows every movement of the sun. Okay, so it is a fact. Now, when we see, look at the Proverbs. In Proverbs also we use simple present tense. Honesty is the best policy. We don't say honesty was the best policy. Now, another proverb from William Shakespeare's drama, all that glitters is not gold. We don't say all that glitters was not gold, right? Now, when we refer to universal truth, life is short. Okay, it is a universal truth, right? We all know that. The earth revolves around the sun. So in all these cases, we use simple present tense. Only thing you must remember is if it is singular, we add s or es with the base form of the verb, like he plays, it eats. If it is plural and I and you, we use the base form of the verb, like we play, I eat, you take, etc. I hope you understood the usage of present simple tense. Let's move to present continuous. What is the form of present continuous tense? Form is subject plus am or is or are plus present participle form of the verb. That is ing form of the verb. Now, when do we use present continuous tense? One usage is like in the first example, I am listening to a melodious song sung by Lata Mangeshkar. You know that the action is taking place when I am talking. Okay, when I am speaking, the action is taking place. So, we use present continuous tense. Then, they are building a house near River Kaveri. Now, in this case, maybe the action is not taking place at present when I'm talking. Maybe I'm talking in the night. But the action is going on. The process is going on at the present time. So we use present continuous tense in this case also. Another example is Sheena's parents, they go for Sheena's sports day in the school and someone asked them, where is Sheena? See, look at Sheena. Sheena is leading the school brass band. Your parents answer, right? So in that case also we use present continuous tense. There also it is the action is taking place at the time of speaking. Another example, when you are sure an action is going to take place in the near future, we can use present continuous tense. Fourth example, my uncle and family are leaving for Mumbai in the next week. So they have booked the ticket to Mumbai and you are sure that they are going to leave. Okay. So then also we use present continuous tense. Another example is he is losing a lot of money in his business. So in the present time, this man's business is going down and he is losing a lot of money. Now remember to use the correct the spelling, losing, L-O-S-I-N-G. It is not L-O-O-S-I-N-G. All right. Okay. Now remember that with I we have used am, with they plural we have used are, Sheena it is singular so we use is, my uncle and family it is plural so we have used are, and he is singular so we use is here. Okay. So remember the form of present continuous tense. Let's move to present perfect tense. The form is subject plus has or have plus past participle form of the verb, that is V3. If the subject is plural or I and you, we use have. If the subject is singular, that is he, she, it, etc., we use has. Now, when do we use present perfect tense? When an action is just over in the past time, but it is related to the present. You need not mention the exact time when it happened. All right. Look at this example. I have taught English to many students. See, over these years, I have taught English to many students. Maybe I'm continuing even now. All right. Next example. My mother has gone shopping twice this week. So this action is also over, but it is related to the present. Another example is, I have completed my English language assignment. Here also the time is not referred. Okay, time is not mentioned. Now, the common mistake everyone commits here is sometimes they will tend to use simple past tense here. I taught English to many students. So if you are referring to specific time in the past, then you can use simple past. See, for example, I taught English to many students when I was a teacher. So that means that I am no longer a teacher. Okay, so that is what it means. Next one. My mother went shopping in the last week. So last week is specified there. You can use simple past. I completed my English language assignment in the month of May itself. So again, the time is referred, mentioned. In present perfect tense, you don't have to mention the specific time. I hope I'm clear about present perfect tense. Let's move to present perfect continuous tense. The form of present perfect continuous tense is subject plus has or have plus been plus present participle form of the verb, that is V4, ing form of the verb. Let us see the first example. They have been waiting at the bus stop for nearly 1 hour. And the action started in the past and is still continuing. And the time is mentioned, right? For nearly 1 hour. Another example, she has been using this brand of toothpaste since 2015. Again, the time is mentioned. Okay, since this point of time, she has been using this brand of toothpaste. Third example, I have been jogging in the morning for 2 years. So even now I'm continuing. Fourth example, we have been uploading videos on our school YouTube channel since April or for 4 months. Okay, so here I want you to be very clear about the usage of since and for also. Since means from a point of time, for means a period of time, an amount of time. Okay, it refers to amount. Since means from a point of time. We cannot say that since 4 months. It is wrong. Okay, so since April and for 4 months. Clear? Yes. Now the common error which we see in the in writing is, even while speaking, is this one. They are waiting at the bus stop for nearly 1 hour. It is wrong. That usage is wrong. Okay. You can say like this, they are waiting at the bus stop now. That now the word indicates that it is happening at present when I'm talking. Another mistake is she is using this brand of toothpaste since 2015. It's wrong. You can write like this. She's using this brand of toothpaste these days. All right. So let us wind up present perfect continuous tense also. Let's move to past tense. First one is past simple. It is also a simple usage, that is subject plus V2 form, verb form. It is past form. My uncle gave me a present for my last birthday. So that action is completed in the past, because for my last birthday, it indicates that the action happened in the past. Another example, the teacher repeated the instruction thrice in today's class. So maybe you are talking in the evening, so you mention this. Example 3, my mother prepared fruit salad today evening. So you're talking about it in the night and the action is completed and you already released it. All right. Next one, I played with my friends in the evenings during my school days. Now, this is a slightly different example. When we are referring to habitual action in the past also, we can use past simple tense. You're talking of maybe you started going for a job and you are just recalling the days when recalling the days of your school days when every day you used to go for playing. Another example, my father visited this library often when he lived in this village. Again, you are just recalling those days, the past days, when your father used to visit the library, when he was living in his village. Another example, Arun went to a movie yesterday. So there is a time indicator here, that is yesterday, and it happened in the past. That's why we have used went here. Let's move to past continuous tense. The form of past continuous tense is subject plus was or were plus present participle form of the verb, that is ing form of the verb, V4. When do we use past continuous tense? Look at the first example. It was raining heavily when I alighted at the Bengaluru railway station. So two actions happened in the past. One was going on, the other one happened. Okay, so for the ongoing action we use past continuous form. It was raining heavily when I alighted. Okay, alighted is the action which happened in the past. We have used simple past tense, but the ongoing action is was raining. Example 2. When Anila came to my house, I was practicing dance. So the ongoing action was practicing, and the action happened was Anila came. So we use simple past tense there. Next one. Students were listening to the class intently when a loud sound was heard from outside. So the ongoing action was students were listening to the class. The action happened was a loud sound was heard. Example 4. I was taking the notes of lecture when the teacher asked me a question. So the ongoing action was taking the notes, and the action that happened at that time was the teacher asked a question. So for the ongoing action, I have used past continuous form. Another example. While we were choreographing for the school annual day, our principal entered the auditorium. So here, the ongoing action was were choreographing, but the simple past tense is used for the action that happened at that time, that is the principal entered. One more example. Sachit was playing cricket when I met him. Ongoing action was playing, and the action happened at that time was I met him. Met is the action. That is why we have used simple past there. Let's move to past perfect tense. The form of past perfect tense is subject plus had plus past participle form of the verb, that is V3. When do we use past perfect tense? We use past perfect tense when we are referring to two actions, and if we want to make it clear that one action happened after the other. So for the first action, we use past perfect tense, and for the second action, we use simple past tense. Look at this example. When Ramu arrived the railway station, the train had left. So maybe the train had left at 8 o'clock and Ramu arrived the station at 8:15 or 8:10. So by that time, the train had left. So the first action is the train leaving the station. That is why, in order to mention it clearly, we use past perfect tense with the first action for the first action. Next example. Before I cut my birthday cake, my friends had opened all my birthday gifts. They are so eager to see what is there inside. So they had already opened it. Usually we do it only after the birthday cake cutting and all when you're relaxing. But your friends are so eager, and so they opened it already. So in order to indicate that this is what happened before this action, we use past perfect tense. Another example, when we reached the stadium, the match had begun. So the match began first and then only we reached the stadium. Another example, when I shared the happy news with my aunt, she had already known about it. So you were so excited to share the news, but aunt already knew about it. So to indicate that, you use past perfect tense here, had known. Let's move to past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense, the form subject plus had been plus present participle form of the verb, V4. So here the action was continuing in the past when some other action happened at that moment. Let us see the first example. The little girl had been selling the matchsticks for hours when she fell down due to extreme fatigue. So here the action was continuing in the past. That is, the action of selling the matchstick was continuing for hours. And at the end of that, she fell down due to extreme fatigue. Okay. Next one. When Varun joined the Cambridge Academy, he had been living in Delhi for 2 years. So maybe he's still living there. Next one. The mahout had been serving the elephant for 12 years when it passed away in 2019. Okay. So you know who is a mahout? The mahout is the one who takes care of the elephants. So he had been serving this elephant for 12 years, and in 2019, the elephant passed away. Another example, Geeta had been working in that company for 8 years when she got the promotion as the manager. Okay, so 8 years she had been working, and that moment she got promotion as a manager. She's working still. All right, in the past. Now, I hope you understood the usage of past perfect continuous also. Let's move to future tense. Future simple. The form is very simple. Subject plus will or shall plus base form of the verb. Now, when do we use future simple tense? When an action is expected to happen in the future. Look at this example. I'll finish my work soon. Your friends are asking, when are you going to finish your work? So you answer like this. You expect to finish your work soon in the future, but of course, it refers to the future time. Now, when we are making a promise, my mother said she will teach me this lesson on coming Sunday. Maybe your mother is free on Sunday, so she promises that she will teach you that lesson. Next one. I will help you to overcome this difficult situation. So it is like an offer. I'll help you. All right. Another example. People will feel relieved if a vaccination is found out against coronavirus. So definitely, right? Everybody will feel relieved. But this again, we are referring to future time. Another example, I will finish my education into 2025. So you expect that this is going to happen in 2025. Now, example 6, when we are making some predictions, I think India will win the next Cricket World Cup. So it's a prediction. You use simple future tense. Let's move to future continuous. When do you use future continuous tense? When you think that this particular action will be going on in the future time. You are referring to a particular time, specific time in the future, and at that time, this action will be going on. What is the form? Subject plus will or shall plus be plus present participle, that is V4. Look at this example. You have booked the ticket to go to Germany, and So at this time, that is at 4 p.m. tomorrow, what will you be doing? I'll be traveling to Germany at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So this is going to happen. This will be continuing in the future. You expect that. Okay. You can also write I shall. Shall is used with I, you, and plural forms. Okay. Another example, they will be attending a workshop for 2 days in the next week. So it is a fixed event. That is why you expect that this will be going on at that time. Now you have booked a room in a hotel at Pune. So someone asks you, where are you going to stay? So you give the answer, we will be staying at Residency Hotel at Pune. Another example, when you are referring to a sightseeing place, a lot of people will be visiting this place in the coming spring season. You expect that this is going to happen. Then also you use future continuous tense. I hope you understood its usage. Now let us move to the last slide. That is future perfect tense and future perfect continuous. Let's see, when do we use future perfect tense? The future perfect tense is used when we are referring to an action which you expect that it will be completed in the future time, at this time. Okay? And the form is subject plus will or shall plus have plus past participle form of the verb. That is V3 form. We will have completed the construction of the auditorium by the end of September. So by September, you expect that the construction of the auditorium will have completed. Okay? Next example. I will have finished my education by 2023. You are giving the specific time 2023. By 2023, you will have finished the education. Another example, they will have reached Pune by tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, this will have happened. Okay. They will have reached. I hope you understood the usage of future perfect tense also. Then, now let us see, when do we use future perfect continuous? When you refer to an action which will be in progress in the future during a particular time, then you use future perfect continuous tense. See, look at this. First example, we will have been doing the construction of the auditorium for 9 months by September. So that shows that in September it is not completed. The construction will be going on. Okay, not like in the future perfect tense. We will have been doing the construction of the auditorium for 9 months by September. Another one, second example, I will have been doing my BTech in the year 2022. So in 2022, this will be going on. Okay, you will have been doing your BTech. Example 3, they will have been traveling to Pune tomorrow night. So in the case of future perfect tense, they will have reached Pune, but here they will have been traveling to Pune. So it is going, the ongoing action will be, the action will be going on in the future at this time, that is tomorrow night. I hope you understood the difference between future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. So children, this is the end of the lesson on tenses. Take this only as a refreshment class, as I have told you earlier. If any doubt is there, you can clarify that in the doubt clearing session. Thank you and take care, children.